Now that you have your color palette ready, let's move it to the side. We can get rid of the photos here, move your color palette to this side. Perfect. I drew a little line to divide my drawing area versus my palette area. Now I'm choosing a color to start drawing my rectangular cityscape. The first layer here, I'm going to use this bright red and just draw a few randomly shaped rectangles. I'm going to fill those in using the paint tool. Awesome. I'm going to add a new layer now. I want to draw more rectangles in a different color here. I've gone for this like dark pink almost. Once again, just drawing more rectangles on the screen here, randomly shaped. I'm just trying to make sure they're all a little different so they don't look like they're just copies. Once again, fill those in using the paint bucket. Now, one more layer for the final layer of buildings for your cityscape here. I'll pick this pink, and once again, going to draw, random rectangles in the background here, and then I will fill them in. You want to have 3 separate layers of basically city buildings here, just plain old rectangles. Now I'm going to use the darkest color I have in my color palette to create the ground here, the foreground. As you can see, I'm trying to fit that so it covers all the bottoms of my rectangles. That looks pretty good. I'm going to fill that in. There you have it. I've created my ground for the cityscape. Alright, time for the background. I'm going to add a new layer, and I'm going to move that layer all the way to the bottom behind all my city buildings. I'll pick a color that I want the sky to be. I chose this kind of blue color for the sky here, and I filled that in. Awesome. On that same layer, I want to draw a sun, so I'm going to pick the color I want the sun to be. I chose this bright green. I used the circle tool and I drew a big sun. I filled that in using the paint can, and there you have it. I've created the sun right there. Now it's time to add details to the buildings. I'm going to color match the pink and make sure I click the pink layer. Here you see me lowering the size of my pen tool, and I'm slowly going to add details around and on every single building I have drawn. Now the details can be random little antennas, maybe little shapes that come out of the building, like that could be balconies, things like that. Maybe you want to draw some signs on the top like so. Perfect. Remember that when you are adding detail to your buildings, you must add detail to every layer of buildings. So since we have 3 layers of buildings, make sure you add some type of detail to each layer of buildings. Here I did it to all 3 colors, pink, kind of purple, and red buildings got details. Great. On a new layer, I'm going to try to create some type of glow from the bottom of the ground here. I'll pick that color, the same color I used for the sun, and I'm going to use the airbrush tool. Here I'll draw an arrow to it, that one. And I'm trying to create like a glow, like a soft glow. Here we are, you see that happening at the bottom there. So now on a new layer, you're going to use the straight line tool because we will be adding a street lamp. Here I am drawing a straight line. It's a little too thick, I'll make it thinner. There we go. Now another line, kind of right there. Cool. A little line coming down, and then I'm going to draw half a circle here. Half a circle. There we go. Great. The next thing I'm going to draw is a bench. I'm going to use 2 rectangles. Remember, use the rectangle shape tool here. one rectangle here. Great. And then a thinner, longer rectangle underneath that. Perfect. Now the bench needs some legs to touch the floor. I'll add some here. Great. And the top and bottom need to be connected. I'll draw 2 lines. And then I fill it in. Awesome. Now it doesn't look quite like a bench yet. We're going to use the eraser tool now. Find your eraser. Make sure you have it nice and small and thin. Then use the straight line function. As you can see, I am erasing straight lines. Now it's looking like a real bench. Now that the light and bench are done, it is time to add a new layer. This layer will have the light. I'm going to make sure that layer is underneath the bench and light post. And I want to use the same color I used for the sun here. Here I am coloring a light. I just did another half circle there. And now using the same tool for the glow, the airbrush tool, I'm going to have some light coming out from that light. There we go, really glowing over that bench there. And there you have it.